Several strategies are used in contact literature for nativizing the text. A very common technique used by writers for the nativization of the text is the use of rhetorical strategies. Rhetorical strategies can be described as techniques or ways used by writers to present their points of view more efficiently, more effectively, more accurately, more convincingly, etc. So, writers use these strategies to make sure that their true meaning or true emotions are conveyed to the readers. One rhetorical strategy which is frequently used in written text is the use of figures of speech. A figure of speech is a device that achieves a special effect by using words in a distinctive way. So the word or the phrase which is used in a figure of speech is very different. The meaning that it conveys is very different from its literal meaning. For example, we often use the phrase raking the brain or climbing the ladder of success, etc. So ladder of success, raking the brain, all these are figures of speech. So in contact literature, writers use figures of speech to evoke the traditional concepts. For example, we have this expression which is taken from Philippine English text, pythons as big as coconut trunks. Now we know Philippines being an island, a collection of islands actually, has lots of palm trees, so coconut is very common, and then they also have lots of reptiles and amphibians. So pythons as big as coconut trunks is a figure of speech which is used to give an indication or give an idea of the size of the python, and both the objects used are very local to Philippines. Similarly, another strategy which is used is the authentication by cultural and history and tradition. For example, we come across written texts where writers often use or phrases or support the text by such phrases as our people have a saying or the elders have said. So in this way they try to verify whatever they are presenting by referring to the cultural history or tradition. Then another strategy which is used for the nativization of the text is transcreation of proverbs and idioms. Transcreation or transcreating is not the same as translation. Transcreation is the process of adapting a message from one language to another, and in doing so it is made sure that the real intent or the real essence of the message is also conveyed. It's not lost in translation. So transcreation is different from translation. And it is made sure that not only the message but the emotion, the style and the tone is also conveyed. So what we see in contact literature is the indigenization of English proverbs. We have this English proverb, to spread like wildfire. In Africa, it is used, it is indigenized and many local features are added to it. For example, Okonkwo's fame had grown like a bushfire in the Harmattan. Now, Harmattan is the season between November and March in Africa, and it is characterized by these dry, dusty winds, which are also called Harmattan. So instead of using the proverb to spread like wildfire in Africa, they say to grow like or to spread like bushfire. Again, bushfire has a more African flavor to it. and the name of this African wind is also added. Similarly, we have this saying from African writer Chinwe Achebe, where he talks about the importance of proverbs and idioms in writing, and says the palm and refers to proverbs and idioms as the palm oil with which words are eaten. So, although he is using this to show the importance of proverbs and idioms in writing, this is also a very local, very African kind of device, and gives the whole phrase a very African flavor. Apart from these strategies, there are other culturally dependent speech styles which are used in writing. For example, sentence initial conjunctions. Often we come across written texts by non-native English writers or outer circle writers where sentences start with conjunctions like and, but, etc. Similarly, asking direct questions is also a feature of outer circle written English. We also see a lot of rhetorical questions being asked in the texts written by writers of outer circle Englishes.